Hi, I'm Kati Hadizadeh. I am a certified professional life and leadership coach. I'm also a neuroscience based emotional intelligence and mindfulness consultant. I come from a 15 years of experience in IT leadership, and that's what makes it very exciting of why and how I made this transition into this path. I had the amazing experience of dealing with my brain in a very interesting way, which allowed me to see how we can change this entity and how this entity functions more optimally if we train it in certain ways. Very much the same as our personal training in the gym. I want to ask you to reflect upon a couple of scenarios in your life. Do you remember a time in the morning when you had to go to work and your kid had to go to school and they were not really listening to you and you screamed at them? Did you resent it afterwards? Do you remember times that you get angry with your kids and sometimes you don't see a very big reason for it, but it's a difficult situation for whatever reason at that moment and you resent it? Do you think about the time that you went to that performance review with your boss and you got emotional and things came out that you did not mean for them to come out, at least to your boss, and you left the office and thought, oh God, I shouldn't have said that? Do you remember a time maybe that you went into a meeting with all the other team heads and you had some great ideas and you started blurting them out without seeing what is happening in their faces, and you left the meeting, and as much as you had the greatest intention and really great ideas, but you caused some conflict, which made you think later on maybe those ideas were not suited for that meeting or in the way that it was presented. However, it was done. And because it was done, you continue justifying to yourself, oh, I did the best I could. I did it logically and rationally. Now let me break the news to you. Our brain acts from a place of emotion faster than a place of rational thinking. So a lot of times, especially in the times that we are under stress or under some kind of a difficult situation, the chances are that we access the emotional part of our brain rather than the rational part of our brain. So what happens in that case? In those cases, we are not really thinking rationally. We are reacting from a place of emotions. And guess what? Reacting to a situation and responding to a situation are very different things. It puts you in a different position because reacting, you really don't have any power over it. You're carried away by the emotions, by what the situation is. But when you're responding, you are responding from a position of power. You have thought about it, you have deliberated on your decision, you know what you are trying to say, and then you say it. You see the difference? Now, what if I tell you I have a tool that we can assess how your brain works with regards to rational and emotional parts of it? Maybe it is very developed, maybe it is not. Maybe you even haven't thought about this subject before this video. How would you like to pursue that? Would you like to know more about how you can have more emotional side of you under control and let that rational and more empowering side of you come out. Would you like that idea? I bet a lot of you are thinking about all those scenarios that I told you, because we are all human beings. We all have those moments with our kids, with our spouses, with our partners, with our friends, in our workplace, in our path to promotion, in changing jobs, in going to interviews, in our leadership, in how we influence other people. We all have those moments. As a matter of fact, whenever we are thrown under a lot of stress, those things come out. It seems like our brain gets hijacked, and we sometimes don't even notice it. And a lot of people don't even want to notice it. But that's a different topic. So, going back to the tool, there is a tool that we can look inside your brain to some degree, a great degree I should say, and see how it is working from this perspective, which is considered emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is that communication between the emotional part of your brain and the rational part of your brain. And our goal will be to empower that communication more and more, so that you can access your rational part of the brain in a timely manner and not just go with your emotions. Now let me tell you about the tool. It is very simple. We will look into how your brain works through this assessment. We will profile your emotional intelligence, and then I will set up a 90 minutes consultation with you to go over what are your strengths, what are you really good at, and what are your challenges and vulnerabilities and places of improvement, and most importantly, what kind of action we can take to get it better and better. Now, if you wanted to go and tell me, Kathy, I have been like this for 40, 50 years. There is no way you can change me. I want to ask you to stop, please, and be gentle to yourself, because there is a way to change. Our brain has this amazing neuroplasticity capacity, which allows us, with the correct actions, with the correct behavior that we define, to fire new neurons and build new pathways in your brain, which allows, in turn, for new competencies in you. And guess what happens? New actions and new behaviors will ensue in the right time. Now, if you're interested, here is what I'm offering for a limited time. You can go to my appointment schedule, which I will provide the link. The link probably is below this video. Make an appointment, and when you make the appointment for a 1.5 hour consultation, I will send you the link. You will do the assessment 15-20 minutes, and then in our consultation, first of all, the result of this test will be sent to me. It's going to be statistically analyzed, and I will have your emotional intelligence profile. I will work on it. I will come up with what it looks like for you in terms of change, in terms of where you are with it. And in that 1.5 hour of consultation, we'll overlook your emotional intelligence profile, how emotional or rational you think, and what actions feel right to you to take to make the changes that you want to see in your life. How does that sound to you? What I want to conclude with is being empowered is beautiful, and the power comes from within. And the more you know about yourself, the stronger you feel inside. And that's a power and a strength that nobody in this world can take away from you. So let's embrace it together. I'll be delighted to be by your side in this journey. Looking forward to connecting with you.